Sorry. It will not let me flip my phone around. YouTube just keeps making these changes. I tried multiple times and I forgot my glasses. How about that for you? So, hello everyone. If it's gonna do this, it wouldn't let me change to flip it, so it'd be lengthwise. So, if it's gonna do that, not cooperate, I'm gonna put you on this bad boy. Okay, hang on, let me find my glasses. Crazy. I started a live stream and I had to end it because it wouldn't flip around. And all I need to do is find my glasses. Okay. I want to adjust this. So hang on. Hello everyone. Hello Garden State so-and-so. Suzanne, how are you? Tiger, hey lady. You ever get those seeds? Nope. I will have to contact Thomas. If you sent them to that address, I will collect the mail. See if I can adjust this a little bit better. But hi, how are you, Tiger? And did I miss anyone? Let's see. So this is new for me because I tried everything and it won't go right to left on this live stream. So hi everyone, happy Sunday. Yes, I'm still in my vehicle and what a blast it's been. Not, but I'm here. I definitely will find out about the seeds. Tiger for sure. I think I just texted him the other day and asked if there was any mail. So he was, I guess, busy at work and didn't get back to me. My hair is like so super soft. Washed it a gazillion times when I had the chance. So how was everyone's weekend? How is your Sunday going? Good. We've been building a new chicken coop. Got 4 more chickens. The old coop is too small. Well, that's awesome. My chickens are hanging in there. I think some things could be different and, better. I've checked on them. I have to do a video on them. I will try to do that the next time I am down Debbie's for the chickens. But that's exciting. 4 more chickens. Yay. I'm going to try to scoot over because I originally moved the things that wouldn't be in the way. What kind of chickens did you get? Four mixed breeds. Egg layers? Well, that's good. Congratulations. So where do we begin tonight's live? Lots going on. Just waiting for some more people to get in and then we'll get into it. Yes, egg layers. Thank you. You are so welcome. But I have to reach out to him anyway because some of my stuff's still there. And I will definitely ask about the mail. So there's that. And see what's going on. Doing live in the vehicle Paul Honeyman made a suggestion on the yellow light, which is, I won't blind you to death. It's this lantern that I have in case you're interested. It does like 4 different lights. And back here, and I need a major refill on my nails. USB. Can you see that? Probably not. You can do the bigger cord and a little one just to charge it. Hello, Andrea. Hello, I'm here, and hello to everyone. That is my girlfriend, Angie. We've been friends since we were 16. So that's the lantern I'm using. It does like the SOS. It gets pretty bright. Watch. So that's yellow. Off. Scary bright. Yellow. Another one. And then it will flash, and we don't really want that. So we'll put it on the yellow. But hi, Ange. I don't really worry about how I look being in my vehicle, so there's that. So yeah, in case you don't know who, well, it's Angie, but her name's Andrea. That is my girlfriend, Ange, and one of my longest friends since I was 16 years old. We were both 16. She's a crazy son of a gun, but in a good way. My hair is blowing out of this rubber band because it's all soft. Look at this hair. It's a hot mess, my friends. So maybe we'll start off talking about the weather. It's been last week, it got hot. So I went from some cold nights to, it started getting really warm. I think it was Monday. It was like in the 80s and super duper humid. And Andrew's feeling sorry for Miss. It's okay, Ange. You said hello to everyone. You don't have to worry. Hi, Brook Trout. Hello, Mel and everyone. Exhausted. Went and did 2 to 13-hour days doing yard work for the mother-in-law. Oh, aren't you such a great son-in-law? That's awesome, but exhausting, I'm sure. And yeah, Angie did come in and say hello to everyone. So I always tell her she can just come in, say hello, obviously to me, of course, and then say hello, everyone. And then she doesn't have to acknowledge everyone. She doesn't text the greatest. But yeah, welcome in, Brook Trout. So what was I saying? Dealt with those cold nights. And then I think it was Monday. It was hotter than, as Miss Judith used to say, if you remember Miss Judith. Hot. I've never heard this because I'm not from the South, but she used to say it's hotter than a witch's tit. I never heard that a day in my life, but it was so hot. I think it was Monday, and then Jay had a suggestion, and I was like, "Oh boy," he said, "Oh boy, is right," and he said, he was outside doing whatever at his office, killing bees. I think they're those horrible carpenter bees. And it was so hot out. I don't know how you're doing in a vehicle. And I went to Jay's for a few days, a few nights. Had to take a bunch of crap, of course. So that always gets to me, gets my nerves going. But blankets. This time it was a little bit more. I took my laptop, but didn't have the plug to charge it. Didn't have that much laundry, but had blankets and pillows and stuff to wash. So he doesn't care. And then on Wednesday, we went to Sam's together. Well, we went our different ways, but it's a lot harder to go up his place and go to Sam's because then you're getting it out of the vehicle to put it into the house, to then put it back in the vehicle to get it to my vehicle. So that was a major pain in the butt, but it was important. I returned is it Power Protein, I think it's called? It's a drinkable. It's like 80% protein, 30% protein. I might be saying the name wrong. Your hair looks great, Mel. Much better than mine. This is from washing it way too many times all at once. It wants to do what it wants to do, but Thanks, Robin. Anyway, so I exchanged out Premier Protein, it's called. It's like blue, white, and red box. I returned that, and sorry again for the straight up and down. That's YouTube. They moved the button, and I can't get it to go vertically. So, sorry. Anyway, I returned that and threw in the difference for a case of Ensure, and then I bought another case of Ensure, so that's two. And the price of Ensure has went up drastically. I think it's $35.99 a case. So 2 cases. And then Robin had made a suggestion of getting some fruit. So I don't have a huge cooler. I'm using Jay's little one for like small, like snacky things. Like, I don't know who else likes Cozy Shack rice pudding. I have that, some Danable yogurts, whatever. They don't have the plugs to drain the water off. So that is one of the biggest pain in the butts ever. So I have my cooler, which is a Coleman, and then Jay's, which I don't know what the name is. Igloo is his. His is way smaller. I was going to get a bigger one when I was there, but I showed it to Jay, and it didn't have a plug again. Not even the spout to drain the water off. So anyway, with Robin's suggestion of getting some fruits and veggies, I did get some Brussels sprouts because, Laura, the amazing Laura, sent that 1-burner stove. So Brussels sprouts to be able to eat. I got some fresh grapes, which you ought to see the size of these grapes, and they're amazing. And then I did cases because I just thought it would be easier to do cases. I did like the cups, peaches, like a mixed box. Maybe it's like fruit cocktail or something that has mandarin oranges in it. I'm trying to think. I did the peaches. I don't know. I think I got 3 cases. So it was a little bit more money at Sam's this time for less amount of product. You know how that goes. But I did get some fruit. That's the veggie that I got because it's a bigger bag. And yeah. So while I was up there, needless to say, the book that I'm holding in my hand, his neighbor is my old neighbor. So I want to say this, if anyone ever doubted me, is the factor. His name is Roland. Great big shout out to Roland. So nice, super nice individual. He originally was like, "No, what's your number?" when I was up there visiting. And as soon as I said my name, Melody, it pulled right up. And then we were like, "Oh yeah, the pool. We were going to do a barbecue party." So he already had my number. And wonderful person. Lots of prayers for him, for what he's going through at the current moment. But yeah. He was also involved in the situation on how this all started. I told you, as a rich person, 2 rich brothers, 2 rich guys, whatever, bought the place, and they wanted the residents that were there for a long time out. And it came up between Roland and I, and he said, "I knew I recognized you." And he said, "You know how I beat it?" So he beat it. I didn't beat it. That started the downward spiral. You weren't given an option whether to pay more additional money, like 14 and a half years. He knew I lived there 14 and a half years. You weren't given an option to pay more money to stay. You were just told you had to go during COVID time. Roland had said to me, "You know how I beat that?" Because I got my lawyer and took them to court, and yeah. So it kind of made me feel like, thank God somebody else was involved in that. But I said, "Roland, of course I didn't have the money for an attorney to be able to beat that, but I'm glad that you did." I think he's been there 32 years. So if anybody doubted my word ever about that situation, living proof that he was my neighbor first. Anyway, so he had my number, and caught up with him. He gave me a canvas tote bag with this book in it by Ryan Leake, which is 12 questions to evaluate your personal and professional development, which is this book I was holding up in the picture. Because I said, no scary books, please. I don't do scary. He says he has a lot of self help books. He did this on his own. I've known people for years and years that haven't even done like a goodie bag. So the book, um, extra flashlight, Rice Krispie treats, Pringles, and a bunch of different cans of soup, and a bag of Ruffles. So nice. And then the next day, um, he asked sort of where I was at. I gave him my location, and I got to meet his daughter that I knew when she was younger. What a sweetheart. He calls my dog Baby Girl. She really took to him. She knows there's something going on with him. She's an anxiety dog. And he just kept calling her baby girl. And yeah, he and his daughter had met me. And they got Miss Kokomo mini milk bones. And I've been looking high and low. And in case Laura's not in here yet or sees this back, got a really nice leash that has the lead because of my back, so she can go further than what I could go. So great big shout out to Roland. I wanted to make sure I said his name correctly. Did not have to do that, and that was amazing. So the tote bag is in the back. Bunch of cans of soup. And like I said, Rice Krispie treats, Pringles, Ruffles, the self-help book, flashlight, all kinds of goodies. So what a blessing. He's going through a serious health issue. That's all I'm going to say. And yet was doing something for me. So that says a lot about a person's character right there, you know. So let's see. See if I missed any comments, but apparently not. So yeah, great big shout out. His daughter was holding my dog, who's in the back sleeping. She's good. She's doing well. She's right there. Might not be able to see her. But she loves the little bones and the leash with the lead on it so that she can go further. My tailbone. Okay, so while I was up there, I did a few odds and ends, and if my back hurt, I just sat down. You know, I have been saying I've been bored in the vehicle. I'm used to go, go, go. But you got to let something heal, you know. So if it started hurting, I just sat down. And, yeah. How's it feeling? Sore. The rain's not helping it. It's been pouring. I got back to my vehicle on Friday early evening, enough time before dark to get things situated, which I barely even did that. And it has done nothing but rain. So I was having a hard time again adjusting. And I heard from a friend who said, you know, once you adjust being in the vehicle and then you get out and say you go to someone's house, it's a full adjustment all over again. So I did experience that. And, you know, that was hard. But Laura did prepare me for that, that when it rains, it's the most hardest, you know, and then your body's hurting because I have a serious injury going on. So yeah, I'm trying to get that to finish healing. I think it's getting better, but it's not great. It's not at the heal point yet. My head's doing pretty good from having that concussion, but I bumped it a few times and I'm like, what is that? They tell you to be careful not to bump your head after a concussion. I just keep bumping it on, you know, silly things or whatever. But yeah, these are the grapes that I got, and I rinsed them with water. I should have did it when I was at Jay's, but I didn't. But look at the size of these grapes. Gorgeous, right? They're so good. These are Sweet Celebration red seedless grapes, and I've made a little dent, if you could tell. Not a lot, but this is, I think this is 3 pounds. Let me see. Let me get under the lantern. 3 pounds of grapes. So I did get these, and they are delish. But you know, Sam's, everything is big or go home. So came back Friday, quick stuck my cases somewhere else so they wouldn't be affected by the weather, and was lucky of if me and my dog got in enough time to put the fresh clean blankets on the mattress that my girlfriend Angie sent. So, you know, it's been an adjustment. But I did want to speak about Roland straight out of the gate and just thought that was ever so kind and very, very thoughtful. What else did I do while I was up there? I did try to rest, but not till almost like either the night before I was leaving. I think I was asleep by 9 o'clock. Took lots of baths and lots of showers. Did my laundry. Did Sam's. Oh, we went out to dinner. We were going to go do Chinese food. He was going to drop a chair off to my vehicle so that I could get out of the vehicle and maybe sit somewhere and not just on the front seat with my back being the way it is. But he dropped it off in advance, so we went to Longhorn, and I have a couple little quickie videos. I could throw it out as a short. Food, I needed real food. I got the bourbon, I think salmon. Absolutely amazing it was. And this is weird. You can't really see how many thumbs up there are. You can only see how many people are in here watching. I had the salmon. I think it was bourbon salmon, mashed potatoes with asparagus. He ordered 2 appetizers, artichoke spinach dip, and I think it's called cowboy shrimp. It has little pieces or bigger pieces of pepperoncinis on it with ranch dressing. So good. I felt like I haven't eaten that good, and no, I don't know, because I haven't. It was absolutely amazing. And then he ordered dessert. If you're familiar with Longhorn, they have chocolate stampede, and it comes out with, this time it seemed like a lot more ice cream. And he got a lava cake. And I got a phone call. I'm not going to elaborate too much. I'm just going to ask for lots of prayers because there's a lot of things in the works. I think I am waiting for the bottom to fall out on everything. So I'm not celebrating anything or feeling excited about anything. But I did get a call while I was at that restaurant. And there may be a possibility that I will be moving. If it's not this Saturday, it may be the following Saturday. It's just all going to depend on help. So I may be getting out of my vehicle. Like I said, I don't want to elaborate because I feel like I might blow up my own, I don't know, like a jinxer. And the Morgan Wallen concert's this upcoming Saturday because Jay told me about it. A couple different opinions on that. Disappointed, but I don't feel like with my situation and the boat that I'm in, I mean, I could be moving that day for all I know. I have to check with a friend who might be going to Connecticut. If he's not going to Connecticut, I also have to get my son Johnny on the phone to move some of my stuff. So there's that big possibility. I also feel like, and I know I'm gazing that way, sorry, I'm just in thought. I've had some different experiences. I just think that's like the luck of the draw that it would happen to be that day. I really like the artist and I really want it to go more than you could possibly imagine. I just don't know. I also have a dog that would have needed a dog sitter. So there's a lot of things going against that. Like Jay said, you know, things happen. And I also think I've had some incidents out here where my anxiety has just been pushed to its peak. So it might not be the best thing to really push myself to do. but I can't say I wouldn't be disappointed. But I have bigger worms to fry. I'm in my vehicle. So even Angie had said today, Mel will come around again. And I understand that, but that opportunity was probably a once in a lifetime. It was a surprise. You already knew this from Jay. And it's unfortunate, but I don't think I'll be able to go. Um, just lots of prayers for this possible move um, in a week or so. It could be a week, 2 weeks max. That's all that I can tell you. And that's a blessing as long as everything works out and can get the adequate help because I have a broken, shattered tailbone and I don't want to make 20 trips down to wherever I'm at. And then I have a few things in Jay's basement that would have to also go with me. I have things at Miss Debbie's house, like I would probably do cans and box goods, there's spices, that type of thing. Give her some notice to get that together and just take some meats, not all. But you don't want to move in somewhere and not have your belongings. But there's a very good possibility that that may be taking place this Saturday. And if not this Saturday, it would be possibly sometime during the week, I would say of next week or more likely next Saturday. So just figure either this upcoming Saturday or the following Saturday because people have jobs and they work during the week. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to need the help. But did get that phone call while we were out eating dinner. Dinner was amazing. And yeah, so that is that news. I didn't even. Um, when I got the call, it was under different circumstances, but I didn't even feel the slightest bit excited because I feel bad for the person as well who's going through something. And my brain went straight to just negative. You know, this could happen or that could happen. It could be just because of the stress that I'm under. But yeah, lots of prayers that it works out and smooth sailing. So all I can do is hope, but I can only be honest and just say I didn't even feel like anything. I think I'm just so numb. I'm just numb. Um, so after the restaurant, after dinner, and that phone call, Jay took me. I've never been there before. And the name of the place was Crumble. I saved the box and everything, brought it down with me. Comes in a pink box. Oh, so cute. I didn't eat any while I was there because, I had my leftovers the next day and ate them all. And, but just for an example, I've been getting into them. But I don't know if you could see very well. Let me put the light on. This is just one cookie. I think one of these cookies is like $2.75 a cookie. We were there later at night, and so it's a selective amount that was up for you to pick. And I did the chocolate something, and then the chocolate chip has salt on it. They are absolutely amazing. A little costly, like $2.75 a big cookie. I did do 2 shorts on it that I will post. They originated, I think he said, in New York. And yeah, absolutely, absolutely amazing. So that's on the front seat because I'm picking at them. He had a piece of the chocolate one, so that obviously broke on the ride down. So I stopped at Miss Debbie's to visit her very quickly, and she had a taste of the chocolate chip, I think, and the dark chocolate one, and was like phew, out of this world, you know. I'd like to pick it up and hope it doesn't fall apart, but I can't guarantee that. But if you have one near you, it's a definite must try. Here you go. Look at the size. Look at the size of the cookie. I'm trying to block the light. Like, they don't chip it at all, do they? And it's got little, like, salt specks on it. It's just amazing. And what else did I get? I got, like, some type of sugar cookie. And, yeah. I don't know why I picked a sugar cookie. I would have just went for the chocolate chips. I got a little bit of the dark chocolate on, it's like called a pink sugar cookie. But, friends, wait till you see this. Don't mind the extra crumbs, you know. This is the size of their pink sugar cookie. Enormous. Absolutely enormous. But would highly recommend. So I did do 2 shorts while I was there. So I have that for a snack. I've been picking on them. I had leftover chocolate stampede to pick at. You know, it was in his fridge. I didn't have any milk, so I had to wait till I went to Wawa before I started eating that bad boy because, woof, that's like chocolate galore. But the cookie place, amazing. Grateful for the dinner. Grateful to get to go to Crumble. Like I said, if you've never had them, go check them out. Cookies are phenomenal. And I'm enjoying them. It's a nice treat. So there was that. We did do that. We watched the Sixers. They won that one. But then that one night I was just so tired and not willing to admit that I was in pain. Like the kind of pain where you have to take your shirt off because you're sweating kind of pain. Yeah, I was on Jay's couch at like 9 o'clock sleeping. Ripping my hoodie off with nothing. He was upstairs, so it didn't matter. But I didn't even tell him that, but he would be hearing it now. Was getting like the sweats because of how much pain my tailbone was feeling. So I fell asleep and I think I woke up like twice and went back to sleep. So that was good to get us out of the hot vehicle. Greatly appreciate it. I just came back when it was crappy to where you can't get out of the vehicle unless you want to get drenched like I did earlier today. Poured, 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 and poured some more. Poured all day today. Stopped at a certain point for a few hours. It's not currently raining at the moment here, but it does say it's going to rain some more. But I thought, let me use this time wisely and make myself something to eat. That was the only meat that I bought when I went to Sam's was some sliders. I thought there was 12 in there. It was like a lack of communication between me and Miss Deb. And here there's 16 in there. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have gotten any more because my other sliders are in Miss Debbie's freezer and I could have just called her up and, you know, whatever. But I picked up more and packaged them up there and had to drive to Miss Deb's to drop them off for them to go into the freezer, but I kept 2 out. So I just did some potatoes with some butter, and I did a burger, a slider burger, and I didn't use oil. These 2 little pans that come with this little cooking set, it's like everything's sticking. It's a pain in the butt to have to clean. Both of them, it's like a 2-setter, comes with a little teapot. Both of those pans, everything just sticks. But I made a slider. Wasn't really that hungry because I ate 2 sandwiches today. Long story short, I stopped at like a food market that has really good lunch meat. And I usually will only do a quarter because I don't want to waste anything. But I got some honey turkey. I think I asked for a quarter and they went under a quarter, and that was like delish. gone, and I had to go back today to get some more. So I got some ham, and I haven't had that cheese in a couple weeks. So I got the Italian cheese and the honey turkey. That's what it was. And I ate it on the slider roll. Potato slider rolls are the only rolls I'll buy now, is those and the Hawaiian rolls. So I had that earlier. So as soon as I saw a break in the weather, I was like, I better cook, but I can't say I was really all that hungry. But I did it. Stove's working out well as long as it's not windy. You just have to finagle if you want to make more than one thing on how you're going to keep it hot. So there's that. And then let me take a sip of my water. Um, I don't even know how my nails are holding up. Look at how bad they need to be refilled, right? Anyway, Laura was sending out a package because we were trying to determine how the butane canisters were going to hold up. I didn't even open it yet, friends, but it literally just got here. Well, I'm having things sent to a certain place and I just go there and pick it up. So I don't know how many's in here this time, but the box came from Miss Laura. It's got a little bit of moisture on it from the rain, but yeah. See if I have something to open it. We'll see. But I know she said last week that she was sending butane. I'm just not sure how many's in here. And when you need a pair of scissors, where are they, right? Let's not break my car key because that would not be good. So yeah, so lots and lots of prayers that this next situation works out. I have a bag right there. I'm not littering, in case you're wondering. Jeez. Could have used a box cutter. Might take up the whole live just to get it opened. But we'll do a little unboxing. Last I heard from Miss Laura, the whole household had the flu, stomach bug. So let's hope that she's doing better and feeling better. We do check in, but let's see if we could get this open without mangling it too much. But I'm pretty sure that's what she was sending, because I was worried about the butane because it was running out really fast. It could be my imagination and Coleman has more. I have no idea, but she told me not to worry about it. And then Pam sent out a blocker so you could block the wind. I will show that. But I've already used it. And it was good. Really, really good. Patience is a virtue, right? Isn't that what they say? Let's see. Did I get it? Open. Oh, lovely, and it's in another box. Hello, CR. How are you? Hi, Huga. Yep. Exactly what I said. So from my girl, Laura, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are in here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that stove is amazing. And when the cans were running out, and I was like, oh, holy crap. So this came from my girl Laura. And thank you, because definitely need the butane for sure. Hello, Ace, how are you? Hi, Mel, how is my favorite glamper? I know I tried to put it in the title, and I'm this way because YouTube wouldn't let me turn it. That light bothering you? Let me just see if I missed anything. I said hello to CR. Good evening, Melody. How are you, Huga? Looks good, thank you. Prayers that it works out for you, Mel. Oh, I need lots of prayers. Yes, crumble. Cookie place. Amazing. I mean, did you say for the people that are just coming in, Jay took me to Crumble, which is a cookie place, and look at one of their cookies. Hold on. One momento, por favor. I will put the lights back on. Maybe. There we go. This is their chocolate chip with sea salt on it. This is one cookie. They're enormous. And took me out for a lovely dinner, so much obliged to that. So whatever you missed, you may have to go back, rewatch. I did state that I got a phone call Wednesday night, and I may be moving either this Saturday or next Saturday. We'll have to see. So lots of prayers for that. Great big shout out for the butane. Great big shout out for the care package and the bones and the leash from my old neighbor. So yeah, what a blessing that was. Just amazing what, even if someone's sick and they go out of their way to do something for someone else that's in a different situation, it just blows my mind. Every little thing is a blessing. But I will say this though. If someone, and I know not everybody's like this, but if you know someone and you know they're going through something, maybe you should ask them how they are. Like, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? Just a word of advice that might make life a little bit easier. And yeah. So, how is the behind doing? I know you're not supposed to say anything about a woman's behind. It is, it was feeling pretty good, to be really honest with you. Not really good, but it was feeling better. And my friend got me out of the vehicle for a few days because of the heat. And now it's just been nonstop raining. It's like disgusting. Painful, still painful, but I'm so stubborn. But I did really good, and I did sit for quite a few weeks on the donut. But I just wanted to get up and do things when I was at my friend's. It's not like he was twisting my arm or forcing me to do it. I was doing some laundry, and I don't know, started cleaning up stuff. And then I think it was the night before I left, I was in excruciating pain to the point where it put me to sleep at like 9 o'clock and was ripping my shirt off from like those painful kind of sweats. So that's why I went to sleep so early. And yeah. And then you add the rain to it, it doesn't feel so good. But there it is, Ace. I mean, slowly but surely, I guess it'll get better. I'm just not trying to overdo it at all. And I have to reach out and try to get some help for if I move, because I don't see how I'm going to be able to do that on my own. And just trying to figure out a game plan, like get all your ducks in a row, because I don't want to be making a bunch of trips to here, there, and everywhere. If that's where I'm going, then that's where my stuff's going to go. Not all of it out of storage, but like my bed and things like that. And I can tell you more about it if and when it happens, because I'm just going through a thing where I feel like the bottom is going to fall out on everything. And just have a lot of different feelings and emotions about things. So that's that. But yeah, lots of prayers. There you are. Hi, Laura. I just opened your box. You might have to go back and watch it. Your box just came yesterday, and I had to drive down to Miss Debbie's to pick it up. Right here. It's a little bit moist, the box, because it's been doing nothing but raining here, but I opened it and showed everyone what was in it. I'll show it again. 8 amazing cans of butane so I could keep using the one burner stove. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. I made a slider burger and some potatoes earlier. Uh, as soon as there was a break in the rain, very quickly I did that, even if I wasn't even that hungry, because I ate 2 little slider sandwiches for lunch. But yep. So hi, Laura. And I'll fill you in on things, Laura, when you call me. Good evening, Laura. Get any sun? Let's see. Thank you for taking care of that, Suzanne. Was just saying, I hope that you were feeling good. Hopefully that worked itself through the house and it's over and done with now. Yeah, I'm still hanging in there. I don't know if anyone has had this stomach bug, but it is no joke, folks. Oh, I did say that you had that. It was running through the house, and hopefully you were starting to feel better. It poured. I got back here. I was just telling everyone Jay got me out of the vehicle Monday, I guess, when he got done work, because it was so stinking hot. And took like the blankets and pillows and stuff up to do laundry. And took me out to eat Wednesday night, like a real dinner. Some type of like bourbon salmon, mashed potatoes, asparagus, artichoke spinach dip, some cowboy shrimp, I think they're called, with pepperoncinis on them, dessert, and then I got a phone call that I did say I wouldn't elaborate on here, but obviously you know me in my real life, so you can call me. But there may be a possibility of either moving. I said 2 weeks initially. That hasn't changed, but it's possible, depending on help, might be moving Saturday or next Saturday. And not a bit of excitement at all. Just keep feeling like the bottom's going to keep falling out. I did say that earlier, so there's that. Oh, you're not done yet? You wish? That stinks. Yeah, it was pouring. So I got back here Friday with a bunch of stuff. I also went to Sam's while I was up there, like I just said. And to Crumble, the cookie place. You missed that. You just have to go back and watch that, see the size of those cookies. Holy bejeezers. I guess that was like the little celebratory cookie thing maybe Jay was thinking, but I didn't feel an ounce of excitement because I'm afraid to. And yeah, so just lots of prayers. We'll see how things go. Yeah, you'll have to tell me. Here, girl. Yep, you'll have to call me. But yeah, sorry to hear you aren't feeling that well. Honestly, though, Sam's, the grapes. Let's go back to these grapes. 3 pounds of grapes. So good. Wet your whistle. And I think I'm going to eat one now, which is a shocker. I held them outside my SUV and was pouring water over them. That's how I cleaned them. Red seedless grape, sweet celebration they're called, and they're really, really good if you go to Sam's. If they were ice cold, they'd be better, but that's all right. I don't know where Paul is. He must not be feeling well because he hasn't been in here. And I did state at the beginning of the live that I couldn't get the live to go vertically, only up and down. It started like a live and I had to quick cancel it, and it's still like that. So there's that. Oh no, was right. We hope Paul is good. Mm, so, if you're just coming in here and you missed anything, you may have to go back. Again, great big shout out to my old neighbor, Roland, for the care package and the book, the self help book. Another flashlight, a bunch of goodies, and cans of soup. And bought the baby girl. He calls her baby girl. Since Laura's in here, we'll show. Um, Roland was my neighbor when I lived in my townhouse. But it was just funny because, like, he recognized me and I was like, recognized him. And I remembered I gave him a number a while ago. And I was there 14 and a half years. I think he's going on 32. I think. Don't hold me to that. And when he was like, why do you look so familiar? And I was like, oh, it's a long story. I know this place. And he said, I'm listening. And I told him, and he goes, oh, yeah, I was in that situation too. He said, but the difference is there was no option to pay more. There was no, it was just you had to get out type of thing. And I said, yeah, and I'm one of the people that actually got out, which started this downward spiral. And he said, I didn't. He said they have a Center City lawyer. He said there was no way to go to court, so he got his lawyer and he took them to court. And he actually won, and he still lives there. So, unfortunately, I don't have the money for an attorney like that. So, you know, if anybody thought my story was made up and it was about, oh, because I didn't want to pay the increase in rent, or Gene had wrote evicted. No one was evicted. That's exactly what Roland said. You were just made to get out. So, he bought the baby girl, as he calls her. I met him and his daughter somewhere yesterday. Very quickly, grabbed baby girl this, and they got her a retractable leash. So how nice was that? Great big shout out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She loves them. Coco, you want a treat? Come here. Let's see if I... Come on. Come on. Oh, I woke you up, you silly girl. She's stretching. Aunt Laura's on. I don't know. Let me see if I could turn it a little bit. You want one? Let me show you the dog. If you can see her. There she is. You got you them, Roland? Roland get you them? Do you want one? She's like, yeah, Mom, you woke me up. Don't tease me. They're the teeny tiny ones. There you go. She snatches it, runs and leaves. I usually give her 2 at a pop, but that was nice of them. And the care package. Greatly appreciate it. It's amazing. Someone could be going through a serious health problem and do something kind and generous. Look at her. Are you waiting for the second one? I'm sorry, ma'am. Your hair is a mess. I woke her up. Want it? Come get it. Come get it. Look how gentle she takes things. She's such a sweetheart. Such a good doggy. Say hi to Aunt Angie and Auntie Laura. Say hi, everyone. She's doing good. She's doing good. She is such a good dog. All right, go back to sleep. No more. All done. All done. I woke you up so everybody could see you. Okay? You say thank you to Roland for the leash and the treats. But I sent a really cute picture of Coco with the box. And, yeah. Look at her. Is she not precious? She's so good in the car. She's just good for rides. She is the best. I don't know what I would do without her. She's like, you gonna make me get out of bed? Okay, I guess I will if I have to. Yep. She's precious. She really is. A short pause for that. Yep. Yummy. Thanks, Mom. My little gal. Cocoa Pop. Yeah, she calls you Cocoa Pop. Auntie Laura calls you Cocoa Pop. But Auntie Laura, this thing, first of all, this is a collapsible bigger bowl for the water. And I've been taking your advice so she can have water and food when we're sitting or parked. And a few times I drove away with the water, but she's rolling all around on her towel, not on the clean stuff that I did at Jay's. And I didn't want her to spill the water. And I just thought of it. Excuse me, are you done? Was that yummy? Would you like some water? You want some? No? No, you're not having that? Oh my gosh, her face kills me. Like Queen of Sheba back there. You should be the star of the show, Kokomo. Kokomomo. So I'm going to dump the water before, she spills it, which is all I need, considering the weather's so horrible. Couple hour break in the rain, like I said, and I used a 1-burner stove, did a slider and some potatoes. That is what I did. Even if I wasn't that hungry, that's what I made. I love that you call her Cocoa Pop. That's so funny. Let's see. Yummy. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Robin. I figured you would end up doing that a couple times. Yeah, few times. One time it actually spilt, but not too bad, but it did go on like a main blanket. But like I said, he did pick us up, and that's what I washed, was the blankets and the pillows. I didn't have a lot of laundry. But I mean, it was so hot here. I literally drove somewhere and went right underneath the hose. Because it was sweltering. So Monday, came back, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock on Friday. And I said to Angie, well, Angie actually said to me that she thinks I was having a hard time readjusting because I was in the house and adjusting to being back in here. And needless to say, it rained. And I said, Laura always said the hardest part is going to be when it rains because you can't really get the hell out. That's so true. So that was not good, coming back to that at all. And so yeah, there's that. Because remember last Sunday, I was like, man, it's hot in here. I guess I shouldn't chew grapes while I'm on live, should I? Anyway, yeah, it was so hot. Jay's like, I don't know how you're doing in the car. Got an idea for you. And that was the idea. And I went. And, yeah. Appreciate the dinner. That was all great. And, we'll just have to wait to see what happens this weekend. So let's see. How is everyone's... Oh, I lost my keys. What did I do with them? How is everyone's seedlings doing, or plants for gardening season? Anybody staying on top of it or killing anything before it even gets a chance to get outside? So let's see. Hopefully everybody has their brassicas out. You can get your beets out, your carrots out, onions, potatoes, as long as you're frost free, because Mother's Day is right around the corner, and that's usually the safe zone. So hopefully everybody's plants are doing good. Started more, did you? Good. No names mentioned, of course. A friend of mine who's been going through some things, uh, a few of their things didn't make it. And I said, well, it's just the way that it goes sometimes. Life interferes, and you just got to pick yourself up and just start some more plants. Just keep starting more plants. So, yeah, you could start beets. If you saw my old videos, like red beets, Chautauqua beets are my favorite, and then the Detroit red beets. But I always do really well with my red beets when I do them in a starter tray. And I do like 6 seeds per hole. I do the Charles Downing method when it comes to my beets. You plant a lot. When I did them, like just directly sowing them, they're never straight. The birds get the seeds out. It's just annoying. The squirrels get them. I just never was really successful with beets until I started doing it in a cell tray. And it's easier. Just take the plug, barely put it in the ground. As the beet gets bigger, it'll separate from the little ones and you won't have to harvest it all at once. So there's an idea. Plant like 6 beet seeds in a little cell tray cup and then just pluck them as you need them. You don't have to harvest them all at once, but start one set, get them out, and start your next set of your beets. I've got like 6, 7 different kinds of tomatoes going. Oh, that's good. I've gotten a few things out. My cucumbers are gone crazy already. Really. I saw Little Mountain Ranch because, I haven't seen any YouTube with a concussion. I did put a video out. Well, let me back up. I saw Little Mountain Ranch and her little greenhouse is practically full. And she must have did 2 trays, I kid you not, of just all cucumbers. Because she said she makes a lot of pickles. She did the market more, and I forget what else. And because it is 80% germination rate, she just went real heavy. But I think she did like 2 full trays of cucumbers. So succession growing is good for fresh eating. Absolutely. Yep. Um, but yeah, that's great, Laura. Lots of tomatoes, lots of peppers. They're not ready to go out yet. Just keep an eye on your dates. Um, Depends on where you're at as well. Mother's Day is always the safe zone. So there's that. But I was just saying this to a friend of mine today. You would need a lot of broccoli to get a lot of broccoli. So if you have the room to spare for like 2 full rows of broccoli, great. I'm not the type of person that can leave the broccoli plant in the ground just to get the sprouts. It drives me nuts. Call me an OCD gardener. It's okay. I'm not a Sanford and Son type of gardener. And yeah, but I explained how the spinach worked out in the green stalk, which was okay. But when you do a row of like 8 to 12 plants of spinach, I literally got, what did I think I got 12-gallon size baggies of spinach that I used throughout the winter in quiche and frittatas, scrambled eggs. And that's how I did it. I think the spinach, for some reason, just does better if it's just you. You could do a cut and grow again type of spinach. Yes, we're doing some gardening talk. This will be my first season of not gardening. So there's that. But yeah, so if you have the room to spare, because it won't last once the heat starts, I would do a whole row of spinach. And I didn't do anything to my spinach. I didn't blanch it or nothing. I just put it in a gallon-sized baggie, let the air out, flattened it right in the freezer. And I think I had like 12. So if you realistically look at that, that's a baggie a month for a year of spinach. Don't forget your lettuces. Start getting them going. Even if my broccoli does bolt, I'll leave it just to get the leaves from, and I give them to my chickens and my goats and sheep. Yeah, that's fine. But I like to have my cauliflower in a row. I have my purple cabbage in a row, my green cabbage in a row. And broccoli, it just depends. If you're family loves broccoli, then plant a lot of broccoli, but it takes a lot to get a decent head of broccoli. And I just can't be that one that uses the sprouts. I would give my chickens the whole plant after I cut off what I wanted. I think last year I did pretty good with the broccoli, but usually some years before that, nah, just a few heads for fresh eating and I was fine. I never feel like I put up enough broccoli for like a year. Try to think of gardening this year as a sustainable type of gardening, like your carrots, your celery, storage. Carrots, celery, your garlic, your onions, cabbage will last a long time. Plus, you can ferment it, your onions, lots of herbs you could put up. And that would be a really good start. I know everybody likes tomatoes and peppers. I cut peppers in strips for fajitas, quesadillas, whatever, circles, you know, diced. Great. And then your tomatoes for whether you want to do marinara sauce or diced tomatoes or spaghetti sauce. But I feel like there's a whole lot more to gardening than just the peppers and the tomatoes. I'll keep a sunflower going for you, Mel. Oh, that would be awesome. You know me, I love sunflowers. My favorite sunflowers. I used to do like the mammoth, the one big head. I like the one that just keeps going all season. If you go back to Jimmy's, I had quite a few of those, multiple different heads. I love me some sunflowers. I really do. I think that's probably my number one. And then, what are you doing? You better not be biting your fingernail. Don't look innocent. Her eyes kill me. She's got little beady eyes. Let me see. Sunflowers. Oh, what's the plant? I always plant marigolds because they just go so good with peppers and tomatoes. And I like the one, it gets the flowers and then the whole thing tastes like pepper. Mine used to get really, really big. I like planting that as well. Like one corner would be that, and then there'd be a marigold, and I would have some type of basil in with the tomato or the peppers. Did anyone celebrate Naked Gardening Day yesterday? Oh, I didn't. Laugh out loud. It's always the first Saturday in May. That's funny. I like getting a bunch of corn. That's probably my favorite, and tomatoes. Yeah, corn is great. I'm still going to say Jersey has the best corn. Dang, I missed it, Ace. Me too. You wouldn't want to see me running around naked gardening right now. I'm trying to drink a bunch of Ensures and just keep eating to try to put, some calories back on. And like I said, the stove saved my life. These are the size Pringles that my old neighbor, he put inside like this canvas tote bag with the book that I was holding up. A good little read. I said nothing scary. 12 Questions to Elevate Your Personal and Professional Development by Ryan Leake. So a quick, easy read. So bunch of cans of soup. And then, who was it, Debbie? I think Debbie went to Sam's yesterday and gave me a call, asked me if I wanted to go. I said no. I told her where I was. She met me, and I had her pick me up a case of Pringles. And then when I went to that deli today for some honey turkey, I wasn't thinking, Listen, that clean living went kind of out the window once you're like in your vehicle, but it's the first time I had sour cream and onion potato chips in like forever. So I did grab them. I was munching on them and Coco had too. So yeah. May try a block if I have space. Oh, for the corn. Yeah, you'll love it, Suzanne. I have to plant enough corn for not only myself, but the wildlife also. Last year I didn't get and hear of corn because of them critters, but this year will be different, hopefully. I hope so too. I hope you get the hubby to put some type of fence around. I mean, a high enough fence they can't jump it because that's a lot of work, time and energy and seeds and everything, and then you don't get it. But they always say it's better, plant your corn closer, like a block of corn, but you would do your rows because if a gust of wind comes, it can knock them over. You can only help them to stand up, but sometimes the wind breaks them. Pie pans, told you that before. That makes a lot of racket and just keeps critters away. But you also have your dogs. Maybe you could keep one of your dogs near the garden. Uh, well, they have field corn all over. Laugh out loud. The critters get plenty now. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So let's see what else. Um, I like my green stalks that Jay got me. The two green ones. I don't know if you remember this. Every single row was a different, it's the leaf one, was a different type of lettuce. The mescaline, the arugula, that pink, I can't think of the name of it, that pink lettuce. That's the type of stuff that does really good. And Laura, you better get out your green stalk. That's what you need to do. You need to do a salad bar in your new green stalk that I got credit for that you didn't even set up. And I just gave someone else this tip and I was like, gosh darn it, I didn't even think to even share it on YouTube, but here you go. If you get a green stalk, they have the pink one out with a discount for Mother's Day. I wish, but you know the boat that I'm in. Um, if you have chickens, the red scooper, you never have to lift a bag of dirt. I did it on one of the blue ones and it works fantastic. You just fill it up and you don't break your back doing it. I have enough to plant enough corn. Let's see. I only sowed the peaches and cream corn. Oh, that's so good. I was thinking about tilling another spot to put corn for just the critters, but I didn't. Hmm. I've not even opened the box to that dang thing yet. No, I know. And it's gorge. Get it out. But use the red scooper for the feed for the chickens to fill it up. It's the easiest way not to break your back. I was just telling a friend of mine that. And I was like, gosh darn it, that's what I did to the blue one and forgot to share that information. So if anybody wants to preserve their back, if you have a green stalk, that's the way to do it. And then just rinse it out and you could go back to using it for feed. Easiest way. Easiest way to fill it up is to use the red scooper from the feed for your chickens to do your green stalks. But yeah, you got to get it open. And then every row, if you like salad, put a different, you could do arugula. Now I love arugula because it's got that peppery taste to it. Just do every row like a different lettuce and it was so gorgeous and it lasted so long. It was just really, really good. And that does amazing in a green stalk. Absolutely amazing. All the different lettuces and stuff. Cucumbers, they actually didn't do too bad, but due to the circumstances of where I was living and where the gosh darn thing got put, I guess it was a little later in the season too. I like to usually let my cucumbers run across the ground, but it did work. It was an experiment last year. Lots of things I did with the green stalks. But I think Debbie and I planted like every one was different cucumbers. And I had a borage in there so it attracted the bees and it did pretty good. I probably got about 15 off of there, but I also did it late in the season. I don't like arugula. Nope. Really, it's like pepper. It tastes good. I don't mind arugula. It is good, especially if you're just mixing it in with other lettuces. Um, it just gives it a little hint, like you put a little pepper on it. Great. Absolutely great. You know what it's really good on? So treat yourself to a good steak. We'll say like a New York strip. Take the fat off. Cook it like medium well. Let it rest with some foil over it. Get yourself a nice ciabatta roll. And I have this recipe for a spread. Sorry. And you put the smear spread on it, and you slice the steak and make a real steak sandwich with arugula on the top. Oh my gosh, it is out of this world. It's so good. We're still trying to figure out gardening in Florida, way different from Wisconsin. Some things do great. Anything on a vine, kook, squash, etc., not so good. Planting a lot of okra. Well, okra will love that heat. And technically, your summer is going to stink. But when we're headed into winter, would be better for you with gardening, wouldn't it? You could do all those other things. When we're headed into our fall and winter, that should be your cooling off period in Florida. So, mm, to nothing on the vine, squash, etc. Not so good. Planting a lot of okra. Peppers would love it there. Peppers would do amazing in Florida because they love the sun, they love the heat. That would do great. What else could you do? Um, yeah, so when we're going into fall, winters could be like your summer gardening. Just an idea. If I'm wrong, feel sure to correct me. Not a huge fan of okra, but I do like the pickled okra. That was pretty good. Never thought I would like that, so I did that challenge with Boone. Somebody in Florida said they plant in winter. Yep, for stuff we in the north plant in spring. Thank you, Suzanne. Yep. So okra would be great right now for you. Peppers would do wonderful for you. Any heat-loving plant, and water it down deep early in the morning, not midday or night. And then, yeah, when we're ready to go fall and winter would be your gardening time for all those things that you can't get. Laura, did I ever show you this? It was given to me. And this is what I like to have my coffee in every day, folks. I wanted to make a French press coffee outside using my one burner. But Mother Nature hates me and couldn't even get out of the vehicle to do a coffee. So there went Wawa again. But I did make a French press off at Jay's, and man, oh man, have I missed it. So good. I did it with Dunkin' Donuts Coffee Grinds mine. And yeah, delish. Yep, plant summer stuff all winter. Lucky you. Yeah, I'm not an okra fan either. However, I've grown it because my father-in-law loved it. They stuff grow crazy good here. Yeah, the heat. But that's awesome though, Brooke. Do peppers now and your okra now, and then when we're getting ready to go in the fall and winter, it's your full summer garden. Your tomatoes, your cucumbers, your squash and stuff like that. Your watermelon. I was trying to think of other heat-loving things besides just peppers and okra. I don't know how corn does with that kind of heat. I can't say that I do. Yep, plant summer stuff all winter. Doing a big sweet potato patch. Hopefully they do well. Constantly battling rabbits. Yeah, you're another one that's going to need some type of fencing. So you're going to do sweet potatoes. I like doing sweet potatoes, but I did them in a bucket. They need a pretty good area for all those vines. So you're going to plant them now. Yeah, they'll be going for a while. And the easiest thing to do is pull the vines back before you try to go and harvest them. But I think harvesting potatoes is like Christmas morning. But you could do sweet potatoes in a pot as well. And then at the heat of the day, if you have a garage, you can wheel it into the garage and put it back out at night. Yes. The critters adore sweet potato leaves. Oh, yeah. That's a shame. You might have to do some type of fencing or the rabbits are going to demolish that. And the thing of it is, if a critter knows it can get it once, it'll just keep coming back, unfortunately. So, For normal people, sorry, Brook Trout, because I love you to pieces. And thank you again for what you did. That really saved my behind, my broken behind on gas. Um, what was I just going to say? Oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart. I haven't said that in forever. I can't blame it on concussion, can I? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. You can wheel sweet potatoes in the garage if you have one. I know I was going to say that. And you might have to invest in fencing for the sweet potatoes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. For the rest of you that are not in Florida's heat, you could, don't forget, start your red beets, your salads, whatever type of salad you like. You know, your celery should be getting planted soon. Like, good luck, everyone. I say plant the necessities. Don't worry about the different. Worry about the important. I didn't plant any taters, but I have them up everywhere. Happens every year. Well, that's a bonus. Yeah, if you have any potatoes, put them in the light even now. For up north people, get them in the light, even if it's like a 5 pound bag, maybe even a 10 pound bag. Put them in the light, in the heat, let them sprout those eyeballs, and get them planted. And have fun. It's like Christmas morning all over again. But that's awesome, though. At least you'll have some. So let's see, celery. If I had to say, like, which, and it'll store good. Celery, carrots, different squashes. The butternut squash and the meat squash, I think, lasted the longest. Oh, and there was another squash. I have to think of it. And pumpkins. Um, and I also wanted to do a reminder. My head isn't 1,000%, so bear with me. Trap crop your sunflowers. It'll draw it to them, like those Japanese lanterns. They'll go right to that. So don't put it right in your garden. Um, like I did a wall of them, but I have put sunflower in soil to pull out all the toxins, and that did really good. I know someone that's doing a challenge for kidney beans. So any type of kidney beans, black beans, it all um, nourishes your soil. Don't forget that. And don't forget, if you decide you're going to do kidney beans or something like that, you'll be waiting the whole season. Takes a long time for those, and you got to wait till they're crispy on the outside before you can harvest them. But yeah, so storage, carrots, uh, butternut squash did really good. Meat squash did fantastic. Did I say carrots? Celery, you can freeze celery or you can dehydrate it. Um, I say more like necessity items. Corn on the cob's great because you can just slice it right off the cob and freeze it. It's delicious. Sorry, folks. I need to take a call. Take care. Bye, CR. Thanks for coming in. Have a great, blessed week. They usually put them out anyway, but a lot of them, they just appear before I even put any in the ground. That's a bonus. I know I didn't get all my taters dug last year, so I'm hoping for volunteers. That would be good, Suzanne. But, I know some people that are in a crunch, and I might get a 5 pound bag of potatoes from the store. It does work, I know, because I've done it. They'll say don't do it because it's sprayed with something. It's bullcrap. You can even rinse them off first and then put them in the direct light. And even if you're running a little late, they'll get the eyeballs, plant them, and you'll be harvesting them probably later, like maybe September, but you should still get a lot of potatoes. So yeah, there's that. It's nice talking some gardening and checking out of my own headspace, to be honest with you. What else? Let me think. So yeah, hopefully everybody at least has Nebraska's. I mean, this rain, It's when, it's the nitrogen and it makes everything so good. But if you're having a problem with your soil, plant some beans, some black beans, kidney beans. Get ready to direct sow your bush beans and do lots because then you get lots of string beans, which is great to store all winter long. If you think of the main vegetables or things that you get from the grocery store, try to grow those things. Um, they should come right back. Mine does it every year. Plus, I never know exactly where my little guy puts them. So I don't find them all. Then next year, here they are. I think that's amazing. Are disease free. It works. Yeah. If the potatoes are disease free. I don't think I've ever bought a bag of potatoes that were loaded with disease. I've done experiments. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Supermarket, regular potatoes, and organic ones. And they did great. Fantastic. But for my friends who are running late, put them right in the light and let them sprout some eyes because potatoes can't stand it. And never stir your potatoes near your onions because, it will turn your potato fairly quickly. So if you think you have a problem with your soil, plant beans. Black beans, kidney beans. Don't forget to do your bush beans. And you'll be direct sowing zucchini. But what is that one? I can't think of it. I planted it to sacrifice so it would leave my zucchini alone, and I got so much zucchini last year. I can't think of the name of it because I'm not all there exactly. It's a squash. It's green. Plant it away from your garden, and the squash bugs will go to that, and they won't go to your. Sorry, I have to have another grape. Won't go to your zucchini. And the way I did my zucchini last year was amazing. Not every time, but every couple pickings, I would take off 4 leaves, and it just did phenomenal. Well, that's good, Suzanne. So what else are you planning, Laura? These bush beans. I like the blue leg beans. I like the French beans. They grow really good, and I plant a lot of string beans. And they are just absolutely amazing. And canned, they're amazing too. Absolutely amazing. No, I've seen tons of videos of potatoes spoiling in the bag. Oh yeah, that's different. I personally have seen it. It's important to cut a couple open to be sure there's no disease or sore spots. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, that way. Absolutely. But I made sure where I went and got my potatoes, they were pristine. And I did regular potatoes and then organic, and there was no difference. And I got a buku amount of potatoes. Yep, I plant the bush beans and white half runners. You know what I really liked? And it's a shame because I don't have any seeds from it, which I could have gave to Debbie to plant, and then I could have gotten some off of Debbie, is the dragon tongue beans. I love them. They were so good. Blue lake beans, one of my favorite. Any type of bush bean, great. The French fillet, fantastic. The abundance is unbelievable. As far as the hanging bean is concerned, I like the Kentucky pole beans. I stopped planting the rattlesnake. Was that the one? The rattlesnakes. You can never get to them. And they're always tough and stringy. I don't like them anymore. So I don't plant them. The yellow beans, like the wax beans, they're okay. I just don't think they're very prolific. But I think it was Ragnarok Prepper gave me some dragon tongue beans, and they were amazing. My Johnny picked it right off the plant and ate it literally raw. It was that good. And I don't have any to give to Debbie and ask her to plant some for me, you know. Robin said that she would do some produce, and well, obviously she's doing a garden. Please go check out her channel. And if I wasn't planning this year, she was going to try to send me some produce. How nice is that? Maybe Laura can ship me some corn. Oh my gosh, Laura. If you actually get some, that would be amazing. So, I think that's what I got for you this week. Still sitting on my rear. The rain's not helping it, and it's not helping my elbow at all. I wish I had like 18 and 20 hour long days here so that I could have more time for my gardening. Ah, that would be amazing. You can actually ship corn. Oh, that would be amazing. I would blanch that real quick and cut it right off the cob, put it in the freezer. Oh, that would be great. So, yeah, Laura, give me a call so we can touch base so I can fill you in. Lots of prayers for my old neighbor Roland. And a great big thank you for the gifts for the dogs and the care package. Greatly appreciate it. And I guess just lots of prayers that things work out. Let's see, this year going to be just crazy. I have so much going on that I don't know where to even begin. One day at a time. Maybe write 3 things down on a, like in a notebook or on a page, because we all get overwhelmed. 3 things. Pick 2 of those things that you can get done that day. The best that you could do. Well, when it comes to your gardening, I feel like once you have everything in, it's a little bit easier. Never enough time to do everything. That is true, Brooke. That is so true. That's why you can write 5 things down on a piece of paper, pick 2 of them. Just get 2 of those things done a day. And the next day, pick another 2. Don't overwhelm yourselves. And don't go hog wild, because, you know, then your body doesn't adjust to gardening. Start going for a walk, start stretching, you know, doing those little things to get your body ready for all the bending and the gardening. But yeah, we're all human and we can only do so much. But I would highly suggest writing down like a list of what needs to be done from importance to lowest importance, and then see if you can pick 2 things off the list every day without getting yourself overwhelmed, because the hours are going by faster, and you can only do what you can do. But it's an easy way to get some things done. All right, so real quick, in case you didn't see the video, Brooke or Laura, it's more of like a teaching video, sort of, kind of. I dug it out of my phone. I did it at, you know, Cousin Ed's house, and I had some questions on bread, like, oh, everybody does sourdough. I can't really do bread. I did one with the honey and the butter with bread flour. You can double it, so you can get 4, but you'll get 2 out of it. And the other one I just did with unbleached all-purpose flour with the oil. That video is shocking me. It's really up there right now, doing really good. Go check it out. I think it's a bread for all purposes. You can do cinnamon raisin bread, you could do the brown sugar bread, you could do Italian bread, you could do the sandwich bread, all from this dough. So if anyone's watching this back, make sure you check that out. It is good. And thank you to the subscriber that wrote the actual recipe under this subscription. Down in the comments, I greatly appreciate it. I should have gotten under there and wrote it, but I didn't. I'll get to it, but the recipe is there and it's very easy to follow and it's foolproof. So if you want sandwich bread when it comes out of the oven, rub some butter on it and you'll have soft crust. But it's an easy peasy bread that you can make so many different things out of it. And that's what I put out there. So, mm, let's say, Mel, I wish you could see my garden area. It's not so small and it's not easy to care for at all. Yep, I do everything else that needs to get done also. But when it's time to can it or put it up, that's when. I love having it all. Well, girl, wish me luck, I guess, on the upcoming news. Or guess who's going to be coming and getting me, and it'll have to be at night so I could sleep in the back seat. I'll do your whole garden for you, girl. But I'll be asleep in the back seat. Just do it in the dark. I'll be fine. That's a great amount of space to have. Tad bit overwhelming. But yeah, you will have a lot of stuff. I hope everyone has a very successful gardening season that's going to be right around the corner. And don't get overwhelmed. One thing at a time. And yeah, you'll appreciate it all when it all comes in. I actually ran out of grape jelly for the first time. I like the blackberry jam, but the seedless one. So what is that one? I love having it all. It says I've actually run out of grape jelly for the first time, so I need to make more. I still have my strawberry preserves jam, but my little guy loves grape. Oh, I bet you that's so good. I'll be telling you to send me some of that too. Good night to all. I'm turning in for the night. You're going to bed? Good night, Robin. I guess get a good night's rest. I'll either give Angie a call or maybe Laura will call me. Um, get a good night's sleep and call me in the morning for the huge. Let's see. But Laura, I thought about you when I put that bread recipe out. I thought about a lot of people, some that hit me up on Instagram. It's a bread to where you can make many things. So if you're a person that can get your hands on bread flour, there you go. If you're a person that can't get your hands on bread flour and you only have all-purpose unbleached flour, it's so resilient. It's so good. You can turn it into raisin bread and do it in the morning. I mean, that's how I did it. And I think I banged out, I don't know, I did sandwich bread, a round Italian bread. I think I did a brown sugar, cinnamon bread, and I think I did one with the raisins. So, very good. I will. Okay, good to know. Have a great night, girl. Thanks for coming in. Sorry, girl. I've not got to watch it yet. Yeah, I've had bread flour and I have bread machine also. But this is so easy and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying to just make it. Um, you could, if you're super busy, use the same recipe, throw it into your bread machine, pull it out, let it rise, easy peasy. But I posted it, Wednesday night. Wednesday night, as soon as I left the restaurant and the cookie place. After I got that phone call. Um, I got it uploaded. Like one bread for many, or one Joe for many. It's something like that. One of the moderators composed the title to the to that recipe, and I feel like I took my time and I explained it a little bit more, um, because the bread is just disgusting in the store. Do you smell it? Like Stroman used to be my favorite. It has disgusting smell to it. And at cousin It's house, I used to get different brands of bread, except for that Dave's whatever. That's a good bread. Um, but I bought different breads and I would let it sit and it just wouldn't mold at all. So there's that. But yeah, you can watch it. I hardly ever use it though, to be honest. I just don't have the time, especially right now. Well, I mean, a bread machine, you don't have to do anything. But what I would use the bread machine for is put it all in there, let it do all the mix unless you have a KitchenAid, and then um, I would take it out. I'm over here playing with the scrape, and now I just dropped it, and I have to find it so I could wing it before I step on it. Ain't that something? I got distracted. Where'd it go? Got a lost grape, and I don't want my Kokomo to get it. Dogs can't have grapes, in case you didn't know that. So I'll have to look for it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Um, I guess I should have been playing with it. Um, let's see. Our bread machine takes hardly any time. That's the point of a bread machine, yeah. I used it when I first got it and made several different kinds of bread with it. You know what's good inside? My daughter used to love it. Is the Lipton onion soup mix you can add into this, and you put it right in the bread machine and whatever. Just make a single batch or two loaves, and that smells the whole house up. It makes it smell absolutely delicious. Start using the dang thing. I have one. I love using my KitchenAid. That's what I used in the video. But I have, I think it's Cuisinart stainless steel bread machine, and oh, it's amazing. I miss it. Mel's bread video. Thank you very much. I missed our bread machine. We packed it, but somehow stuff didn't make it down. Oh, that's a shame. You could go on Amazon. I mean, you can get just an average one. What is it? The 1870s Homestead found hers at a consignment shop. She said it was worked for years. Yes, it makes your house smell really good when you're using it. It does. Well, I'm talking about the Lipton onion soup one, like the Lipton one. That's so good. My daughter used to love, she said, coming home from school and having that smell through the whole house. Plus, it was really good. But so I'm trying to come back, and that's what I posted for this week. I thought it was a pretty good video. Took my time, and it's doing well, really well. I think maybe the last time I looked at it is 500 views. So that's saying a lot, unless Suzanne can double check. Maybe it was 300 and I didn't see right. I don't know. But Suzanne, can you take a look at that video and tell me how many views it has on there? Angie always says you're so patient. You take your time when you're speaking, and people can learn off of you, Mel. She always says that to me. But I'm going to go in the phone. If you noticed, I'm putting previously recorded, and that's why, because I'm obviously not there. Yes, Brooke, they're so helpful. That's why I actually got the thing. Then I just stopped using it because I just couldn't find time for it anymore. Oh, you got to make 520. See what I mean? Holy canoodles. Thank you, everyone, for all the views on that. I had a morning to where I wanted to finally, like, I made it, was sitting on my phone for a bit, and it's the bread recipe that I use on practically everything. I mean, you could even turn it into an Italian loaf. So endless possibilities. French bread. I just gave you like just a few. In the UK, Gaza, S2, morning 3:50 a.m. in UK. Well, hello there, Gaza. Um, let's see. Another bread. Let me see. Oh my gosh. I started watching it. I'll finish it. We were just saying the other day we need another bread maker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thrift shops. That's really good. Welcome in, Gaza. Welcome in. I did it again, Laura. I dropped another one. I gotta stop playing with them. I don't know what to tell anybody. But yeah, that's amazing. I'm heading back to Australia today. Oh, well, safe travels. Safe travels. I hope you have a wonderful trip. Is that where you're from, Australia, and you were just in the UK visiting? What's the story with that? Wow, I can't get over the views on my bread. That's amazing. But yeah, I'll never fail my subscribers. I'll tell you what, because like I just said, you could do endless possibilities with that dough. Um, Morning chat. There's the link. If someone wants to go check out Gaza's channel, feel free. But glad to have you here. And thank you to anyone that watches this back. Just a little fill in. No, from UK, but live in Brisbane now. Did I just butcher that? Or Brisbane now? I'd love to visit Australia. Could you imagine? I'd be right at the zoo. I want to see all the animals. Is that a long flight? That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I hope that you have a safe trip and thank you for coming into a Quickie Live Sunday night, always here at 9 o'clock Eastern. One of our moderator who's not here tonight is from the UK. Greatly appreciated, Gaza. I'm just going to say Gaza instead of the Gaza S2, but the land down under. Have a very, very safe trip. Come visit us again on a Sunday night. Greatly appreciate it. And anyone that watches us back, greatly appreciate it. Lots of prayers for some upcoming things in my life going on and just major decisions I have to make, whether it's in regards to a person or, getting out of this vehicle. Let's see. 24-hour flight change at Singapore. Wow. Well, be safe for sure. Yeah, me too, girl. I would love to see all the different animals there, but not at any zoo. I want to see them in the wild. Yeah, but they have a really good zoo there, I heard, in Australia. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a good one. Wow, that's long is right, Suzanne. That's a very long trip. Very, very long trip. So safe travels. Be careful. Stay blessed. And thank you for coming in. Really means a lot. I don't know. Well, you can't use your phone on there. You could watch some movies on the airplane to make the time go by. Because that is a long, long flight, boy. That's the one reason I won't get to see it because I don't do flying. Me either. Right there with you, girl. Right with you. You are so welcome, Gaza. Pick a good movie to watch. One of your favorite movies. Rest, relax, fall asleep. You'll be there before you know it. And come back and see us again next time. I couldn't pull off a Southern woman even if I tried. Or maybe you have a good book. Okay, how are you doing, Aunt Mel? Which one is it, Declan? Naruto? Hold off, moderators, till I figure out if this is my great nephew, Declan. Yep. Okay, hi, Declan. How are you, sweetheart? Love and miss your bunches. If you talk to Gavin on the game, tell him I love and miss him very much. I'm hanging in there the best I can, Declan, but thank you for asking. Love you to pieces. Yeah, but definitely tell Gavin I love and miss him and to try to somehow, some way call me. But thank you, sweetheart, for coming in. You're the bestest ever. You know that. So on that note, my friends, let me show this to Laura because I don't think she was in here. What is it again? Crumble. It's the name of the cookie company that originated in New York, I think he said. And look at the size of this cookie, Laura. It comes like you. There's so many flavors you can pick from. This happens to be chocolate chip with a little bit of sea salt on the top. I will next time I talk to him. Been busy this weekend. I understand, sweetheart. Um, Hope to see you soon under better circumstances, Declan. But yeah, that's my great nephew, everyone. That's Declan. And he's a good boy. Did you say it, Laura? Never been there before. Jay took me, and they had a selective amount because it was at nighttime. And I picked the sugar, I think the dark chocolate one that fell apart. Now that's a cookie, is right. Um, Huge. They're all huge. Here's the sugar one, but it has a little bit of dark chocolate cookie crumbs on it. I showed this earlier. So that first one, that was the chocolate chip sea salt. And this is their pink sugar cookie. It just, but look at the, look at the size. Okay, hold on. I gotta stop doing that before I end up. Look at the size of that. And it's, I don't know if you can see, it's got pink icing. Look at that. It's huge. Gigantic. So, and the other one was the chocolate. I don't remember. Because it now looks like this. I'm breaking pieces off. It has like little white chips in it. Enormous. Enormous. So your granddaughters would love that, but I don't know. That's the first time I'm seeing it around my area. First time I'm ever having it. And that was only by the thanks of Jay, because I think they're $2.75 for a large cookie, and yeah, you could pick your own. Let's see. Listening to you while watering my tomato seedlings. Oh, I love that you said now that's a cookie. Those things are huge. I could eat one of that thing for a week. And imagine it's with me. Well, the box comes in pink and everything. I have 2 shorts that I'll be putting out that you'll see. But the box broke on the ride down here, and one of my cookies broke because somebody broke a piece off. But anyway, yeah, that's why they're next to me, so I could pick at it for umpteen days. We'll see how much I actually get eaten of that. I'll have to do that in the morning. Do your watering. Well, everyone, everything's moving along, I guess you could say. Lots of prayers for my upcoming situation. And we'll have to see what happens. Mountain Maple Ranch. Camping is perfect this time of year. Mountain Maple Ranch. Well, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, doing a little glamping. It's reconnecting. Hat Creek Homestead. Howdy, y'all. Hello, Hat Creek. How are you? But yeah, Mountain Maple Ranch, just doing some glamping right now. Oh, you could do it in the morning, Laura. Yeah, it beats doing it in the wintertime, that's for sure. So go check out Hack Creek Homestead. Their link just was posted. And Mountain Maple Ranch. Long time no see. Thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. Was getting ready to hop off, but you can rewatch it. And I got a really good bread video that's up. One bread that makes a lot of different types of breads. It's getting really good views. I have about 6 different, let's see, cherry. Everybody loves cherry. Amish paste, that's good. Hungarian, heart, and others. Sounds good. Um, we have a campsite and we had campers this last weekend. Oh, did you? That's awesome. Yeah, really appreciate you both coming in. Usually here every Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern. So, yeah, whoever watches it back, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. But I'm going to hop off. Laura, give me a buzz. Thank you, Suzanne and Laura, for moderating. We hope Mr. Paul Honeyman is good. And a great big shout out to Boone Child. Miss and love her to pieces. And I hope everyone has a safe, let me say, I just got done with 3 night shifts, so I was feeling it was good to hop on some lives. Always love yours. Oh, thank you, Mountain Maple Ranch. I really do appreciate that. Planted. We have 9 different kinds of tomatoes planted. That's good, Hack Creek Homestead. So yeah, hop on in next Sunday, 9 Eastern. We will be here, same time, all the time. And have a good night. You as well, Mountain Maple Ranch. Greatly appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well. Um, I have 1 type so far, hoping for 4. Well, good luck, everybody, with all your plants and getting your gardens ready. If something dies, don't worry about it. Start more seeds. Just keep planting more seeds. Have a great week. Stay safe. Love you sincerely. And since I held the book up, the self-help book, I guess I'll just hold it up on the way out too, right? So love yous all. Thank you, moderators. And always find time to read a good book. I'll see you. I'm going to still put up videos from out of my phone. I do have the unboxing to the grill. I'm going to put that out. Well, to the 1 burner. I still got to get that out there. So, and I'll try to get to Debbie's and let you see what the chickens are up to. Ace, you're the bomb diggity. Stay safe and well. Thanks for the live mail. You're so welcome. Hat Creek says we have 10 kids and plant a 1-acre garden every year. Kudos, Hat Creek. Congratulations. Good luck with it all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. And everyone that watches it back. Get a short read. Get some type of book to read. Don't feel overwhelmed. Whether you're in a bad situation or a good situation. Write yourself a little list of the most important things you want to get done. And just tackle maybe 1 a day or 2 of those things a day. Definitely have a handful with 10, but you should have plenty of help for sure. That is so true, Laura. But anyway, Laura, call me. Suzanne, thank you. Love you, moderators. Great job. And I'll see you next week. Look out for the videos, and we shall talk soon. Bye, everyone.